Hey everybody, today we're going to continue to do compare and contrast, but now we're going to use nonfiction. So when we were reading our Patricia Polacco books, those were really kind of fiction. They may have been based on actual events, so we would say it's realistic fiction, or we might even go as far as to say that it's historical fiction. But now we're doing absolutely nonfiction. This is just looking for facts, the true things that might be happening. So we're looking for facts as we read. And so the first thing we do when we are reading nonfiction, and I want to make sure you can see this, is we look for the main idea of whatever we're particularly reading, the text, the book. The main idea is the central thing that all the other details surround. So this poster tells you how you can find the main idea in a nonfiction text. Once again, the reminder, we're reading before reading, during reading, and after reading, we're asking questions. Now these are the things that they suggest that you can do before you read. Look at the title, the text features, remember things like the headings and the different photographs and diagrams and so on. And then predict. So we do what's called scanning the book or scanning the text, look through it, see if there's some way that you can tell, okay, that's what this text is going to be about. So you can make a prediction. I think it's going to be about that. Then during reading, you look for words that keep being said over and over again. That's usually an indication of what it's about. Repeated pictures that all go together around a central theme, and headings. Those are all clues to the main idea in nonfiction. After you read, what do the headings and important ideas have in common? How are they all together? And what is the most important idea about the topic? The main idea is the most important part of the text that the author wants you to know. So, if we think about author's purpose, are they trying to persuade, inform, or entertain? And nonfiction is there to inform. Okay, we have this particular graphic organizer. I don't know if you can see it very well. The circle's kind of light, but this gives us an idea of how we keep track of the main idea. In this center circle, you're going to put the name of the main idea, and then around it, you're going to put all of the different details that tell about the main idea. Then, after we've read a couple different nonfiction pieces, then we're going to compare and contrast them. So today, we're just going to read one short text passage. We're going to try and figure out what the main idea is, and then what we're going to do is pick out details. Whenever you read nonfiction, it's very, very important that you focus on remembering facts, details about the main idea. Okay? So this is the text we're going to read. It's called Birds. You're not going to have to answer these questions, but I want you to be thinking about them. Birds are a group of animals. Wait a minute. Before reading, look at the title. That might be a clue to the main idea. Look at text features. Well, this is just a short, brief passage, so it doesn't have a lot of features here, but there is a picture. All right, so you should already be predicting what the main idea is. Birds are a group of animals. Birds have special features that make them different from all other animals. One of these features is that they are covered with feathers. That's the main reason why they're different. No other animal is covered in feathers. So that sounds like a detail I want to remember. And my prediction, because the title is birds, there's a picture of a bird, the first word is birds, this is probably about birds. So I want to start remembering details that I would put in this circle about birds. And tomorrow, as I said, we're going to read another passage, and that passage will be one that we compare and contrast with this. And when we compare and contrast two nonfiction pieces, one circle represents one main idea. The other circle will represent the other main idea. Okay? Or in this case, this box would be one main idea, and this box would be the other main idea. All right, let me continue. No other animal is covered in feathers. Birds are usually the only animals that fly and lay eggs. Well, I'm going to correct that because insects, many of the insects fly and they also lay eggs. Insects are an egg-laying type of animal. So there's a lot of insects that fly and lay eggs. They are also some of the only animals that have wings, except insects do, claws. So you can think of scorpions, you can think of crabs and lobsters. So some of the only animals, that's what they're saying, that have wings, claws, beaks, or bills. Now again, birds, pretty much, they are the only ones with beaks and bills, unless you think of the duck-billed platypus, which is a very strange creature with a beaver tail and an mammal body, but it has a bill like a duck. Yes. Examples of birds are, and I'm sure with all that we've been practicing on animal classification, you probably already know these, but I'm going to mention them. Owls, flamingos, cardinals, bald eagles, penguins, and blue jays. So if I were to complete this graphic organizer right here, we would write the word birds right in there. Then around the edges, we would put things like feathers, wings, lay eggs, have beaks or bills, fly, all those things that were mentioned as facts. And if you need to, when you do a graphic organizer like this, it's not a problem. You can go back and check and see what else you want to add and include in this, right? So then from those pieces of information, you could, if you were really trying, write a summary about that. But it's a really short text anyway. Normally you would use something like this for a much longer piece about whatever the topic might be. So this is how we organize or can organize the main idea and the details of a nonfiction piece of writing, which is there to inform. The author's purpose is to inform. And once again, as you're reading to find the main idea, these are the strategies that you can use to find it. Tomorrow we will read another nonfiction passage, and when we read the nonfiction passage tomorrow, then we can make the compare and contrast. So we know that on one side we're going to be talking about birds and the details about birds, and then on the other side we're going to be talking about the other main idea and make the comparison. Okay, take care. Bye.